All right, all right. Hey, good morning. I am Shauna Monique, the founder of Fleet Fitness by Shauna and the creator of the Body Flow Method. Good morning. Good morning. Today is January 14th, and we are pushing along with our 30-day challenge, Body Flow Challenge, flowing in spirit, body, mind, and body. Um, we are moving along, right? All right, we're not gonna label the time, right? We want to get going. All right, so today's a juicy one. The title is Rings and Grace. God forgives and God forgets. It's a juicy one, right? God forgives and God forgets. So here's the question before we go into our mindfulness. Does the weight of your past overwhelm you? Does the weight of your past overwhelm you? That is a question to consider. And Hebrews 8 and 12 says, I will remember their sins no more. Hebrews 10 and 17 says, and their sins and iniquities will I remember no more. Right? All right. So there's a lot. Some juicy stuff to unpack today. All right. So let's go into our mindfulness. And mindfulness simply means that we are quieting our mind, sitting in the present moment, focusing on our breath, giving honor to God for just being alive and being here, being present, grounding ourselves, feeling safety in the seat that you're sitting in, or if you're standing, feeling safety on your feet. Breathing in the breath of life, thinking about that word, how God forgives and God forgets. Allowing the breath to enter in our chest and our heart. Creating me a clean heart, oh God, renewing a right spirit in me. Let that breath into your belly and into your lower belly. And if you have any pains or any discomforts and you want to put your hands on those spaces and those places, feel free to, massage your neck, massage your arm, massage your legs. Taking a deep breath, inhale. Holding the breath with grace and thanks and gratitude for this practice, this day, these blessings, this morning. Exhale. Last time, we want to inhale the peace of God that no man can understand. And we are exhaling any stress, any memories of yesterday. We're entering in a new day, renewed mind, clean slate. And we are grateful. We are grateful. All right, let's get going. That was amazing. I love that. Okay, so here's a question. Does the weight of your past overwhelm you? Right? We all have a past. We all have done things that we are not proud of, and I'm one, right? We all can attest to feeling the weight of our past. And then the lesson story today, the reason why the title is Rings and Grace is because the writer speaks about how she lost her wedding ring. And she was reminded of how careless she was in losing her wedding ring. She didn't have any idea how it ended up missing, but she was really afraid to and worried to tell her husband. I mean, wedding rings are not cheap, so losing them, you would feel the weight of, what that could possibly mean. And but he responded with great compassion and care. And while there are times when she says, I think I want to do things to earn his grace, he doesn't hold this episode against me. Right? And so many times we think about sins and we feel that we must do something to earn God's forgiveness. But God has said it is by grace, not works, that we are saved. Ephesians 2:8 and 9. And saved means getting in right alignment with the plan of God. When we go off track, that's a sin, right? We're not living in the truth of God the way He wants us to live it. But when we ask for forgiveness, God is quick to forgive. And we don't have to earn His forgiveness. It's by grace and not by works. We have a God who forgives and no longer calls to mind the wrongs we have done. What an amazing thing, right? So many times we, when someone says, "Oh, they ask for forgiveness," yeah, I'll forgive you, but I won't forget. How many times have we said that, or we have heard people say that, right? I'll forgive you, but I ain't gonna forget what you did, right? But isn't it a blessing that we people are not God? We are not God. And oftentimes, when we ourselves sin or when we ourselves have wronged something, someone, and we ask for forgiveness and we have remorse in the conditions of our heart, we oftentimes feel like we got to do something, right? I got to give them gifts. I got to do things to earn their forgiveness and get back into their good graces. And God is saying, you don't have to do all that, right? A lot of times what the enemy does is that he'll bring these things that we've done in the past, he'll bring them back up to our memory. He'll bring them in our remembrance. And you see what you did? Remember that time you did that? Right? But that is not God. God does not bring up your past. He does not bring up your past, right? So if you are hearing thoughts and it's accusing, because the enemy is an accuser, he will accuse you. And that is not God. God forgives and He forgets. We may still feel sad about our past, but we need to trust God's promises. The grace and forgiveness that come through faith in Jesus Christ are real. Praise God. When God forgives, He forgets. So much that we could go into with that. But I'm going to invite you once again to grab a piece of paper and a pen and think about what you've heard and the words that resonate with you from those words that you've heard. Rings and grace. God forgives and God forgets. He chooses not to hold people's sins against them. Yeah, what about us? We're human. We have human frailties. All right, so the words that jump out at me is I am forgiven. Keeping it simple. I am forgiven. God forgives and God forgets. All right. I am forgiven. So these are your words of affirmation that you take along with you on your journey for today. Right? And as the day goes on and you face the challenges that you face or not, It's a reminder, I'm forgiven. I'm forgiven, right? When the enemy brings up your past or something that you did or said, I'm forgiven, right? You remind yourself and your body and your nervous system, I'm forgiven. You know what you're not going to do is hold that against me. All right. So we're going to get ready to move our body. And as we move our body, what that, once again, and I just like to remind you why we're doing what we're doing, right? So when we're moving our body, we are raising our vibration. We are raising our frequency, right? We're raising our energy and we are breathing the breath of life in us. We are pumping into these muscles, good feeling hormones that's getting our mind and our body prepared for today's challenges. And what that does is over time, it elevates your emotional baseline. Okay, it raises your emotional baseline, which means that you are teaching your brain, right? You are training your brain to recognize what feels good in your body. And moving your body feels good. And you want to remind your body, hey, I know what makes me feel good. Movement makes me feel good. And as you are moving, you are your body is using what's called neuroplasticity to create new pathways in your brain to tell your body it's safe and I know how to make my body feel positive. All right. So we're going to get ourselves moving. I'm going to push back from my chair, from the table. And if you're standing or making your coffee or tea, um, just move your legs and your arms at the same time. Okay. I'll give you some prompts to use to affirm this practice and get going. All right, let's do it. March it out. Move those arms and legs. Even if you're sitting, you can still move those feet. Let's go. What? What? Breathe it in and raise the arms, stretching up high and release. Breathe it out. Move the shoulders. Good. Breathe it in. Reaching it up. And breathe it out. Good. Breathing out all the things from yesterday that we're not holding on to it, right? Today's a new day and I am forgiven. Breathe in. Look up and reach. Breathe it out. Drop the beat. Move those arms. Hey. Move forward and back. Bring those arms, shoulders forward. Come on. Good. Right? We are affirming, I am forgiven. Good. Hey, work your throat. Yes, you got to speak the words into existence. Good. 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 Let's stretch those arms out to the side. Stretch. Stretch. That means you're stabilizing the waist and you're moving side to side. Good. Anchor those feet. Stretch those arms and those fingers. Double time. And 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathing in. Open the chest and bring those arms in. Embracing yourself. Give yourself a hug. Left hand under the armpit. Right hand. Left hand. Right hand under the armpit. Left hand grabbing the shoulder. Give yourself a hug. Twist it out. Good. Ready? We're going to stretch it again. And 4, 3, and 2, and 1. Good. Shoulder. Push to bring that chest out. Good. Good. Reach down. Breathe. Bring the arm up and reach down. Reach down. Grab your blessings. Come on. Grab those blessings. These are yours. Grab those blessings. They belong to you. Good. Let's twist it. And punch. Good. Come on. Punch it out. If you want to double time, double time. Good. Stabilize the waist. Core for confidence. Come on. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Raise the hips. The hips. Raise them up. And breathe. Okay. Move those hips around. Hips to the front and to the back. Circle those hips. Come on. Creativity is in your hips. Breathe into your hips other side. Good. Breathe and turn. Good. Breathe. Good. Excellent. Forward and back. One. Double. And 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. All right. March it out. Good. Let's get the whole body. Yeah. Get that. Whole body. Chest. Belly. Hips. Everything. Come on. Arms up. Come on. Free yourself. Other side. That means the hips are going opposite from the hands. Come on. And 4, and 3, and 2. Raise the arms up. Wonderful. I think that's about 7 minutes there. All right. We're going to bring this movement, bringing it in. All right. Let's just breathe in one more time. And bring those hands to the chest. Whoop, whoop. Bring them up. Bring them down to the chest. Whoop, whoop, whoop. All right. You know I love this. Okay. All right. Let's go back. And our time is up. All right. So let's bring it in. And I want to thank you again for remembering your words of affirmation for today. And certainly if you are joining us, even in a replay, just drop it in. Tell us what what words resonated with you today in your practice, what words that you're going to affirm and take with you. Right? The enemy is an accuser, but God forgives and God forgets, right? So that is for us to hold deep within us, and not just that, but for others, right? Giving others the grace, right? It's all about the intentions of your heart. It is all about the intentions of your heart. Okay. All right. So we're on this journey, 30 days, Monday through Friday, from 7 to 7:20, 7:30, give or take the time. Um, and you can catch us on Facebook and on YouTube for the replay. If you are in the Brooklyn area and you're interested in learning more about how the body, the wisdom of the body that can heal itself, you can join us at the Old Salon in Brooklyn on Rogers Avenue, starting January 27th. It's only $20 for each session. The session begins at 6 p.m. Sorry, session begins at 6. It's for an hour. And I'll be teaching how this nervous system, right? There's nothing wrong with you. Your nervous system is on overdrive, and how we can reteach our body and retrain the brain and teach our body what feels safe, right? And how we move into a place of more confidence and courage when we are and feel safe in our body, right? And we use visualizations and imagery to change the narrative of the stories that we tell ourselves, right? When we're not forgiving ourselves, we tell ourselves these crazy stories, and those stories prompt us to behave and act and feel and act a certain way, right? So we want to move into grace. Move into grace. All right. I love you all, and take grace and peace with you. Okay. I am forgiven. Right. God forgives and God forgets. All right. But anyway, if you're interested, I'm sorry, I got sidetracked. Hi. If you're interested, send the word, email the word movement to info@bodyflowmethod.com. Info@bodyflowmethod.com. If you're interested in attending, space is very limited. It's a salon, so there's only space for maybe 6 to 8 people, if that. And if you want to join the community, bodyflowmethod.com, www.bodyflowmethod.com, right? And come on in, right? And check us out on YouTube. We have other videos, other movement videos, and things like that. All right. So, peace and blessings. Love you all. Go about your day.